What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul and this is Gainer's Paradise. Another no fluff all gains workout. Today on the menu is shoulders. Of course, shoulders, an important aesthetic portion of the body to build that X frame and give you that action figure look that you're going for. But to dial right in and dive into this workout, we're going to start with a hammer strength plate loaded press. I like to keep the seat low. If you notice on the lowest portion of the move, my elbows are still far underneath my shoulders. There's plenty of range of motion there. There's no reason to keep the seat any higher than that, as we're trying to target the shoulders, not the triceps. And we're not trying to stress any of the joints. Remember, we want to do this for a lifetime. The first exercise, of course, is the compound exercise. We're going to put a lot of effort into this. That requires a high degree of warming up. And while I do spend a little bit of time in the sauna during the cold months to warm up the body, I like to make sure that my body is fully engaged in the movement before I dive into the work sets. As on previous workout of the week videos, you've seen me do one warm-up with a nice rep range between 12 and 15 reps to get that blood flowing. The next warm-up would be in the 7 to 8 rep range with a little bit more weight, and then one warm-up still to increase the engagement of the CNS. And of course, the warm-ups are just that. Warm up the body, acclimate to the heavy weight, acclimate to the move, and get ready. It's practicing for the work set. And that, of course, leads us to the one and only heavy work set. What does this work set consist of? You may have seen on my other social platforms, I've done this style before. I call it the double stop rep. It simply means that on the concentric portion of the move, the positive portion of the move, you're going to stop twice within that range of motion before you reach the final full range of motion contraction point. And of course, we want to emphasize the negative part of the rep as well to get the most out of those strength benefits and growth benefits. Now, when I'm doing double stop reps, my target is anywhere from 5 to 8 reps with the double stop. Then I'll take a break, reset, and I'll try to get as many regular reps as I can right after that, after about a 10 to 15 deep breath break. Now, that's a combination of the double stop on the concentric plus a DC rest pause methodology on the entire set, so you'll see me doing that here. I hit a handful of reps in the double stop, took a break, come back in for the regular reps, took another break with the breathing as a priority to recover fast, and then try to max out the reps on that to get to failure. From there, I did a drop set where the goal was to get as many reps as possible. I dropped 2 plates off. We went for at least what we did as a total on the first round, meaning at the first set of reps with 4 plates. And then, of course, I took it to failure, did another DC rest pause, 10 to 15 deep breaths, and then we take it to failure once again. You'll see here the goal is to keep the reps looking the same in terms of pace and focus. And I did a 3-round DC rest pause with the dropped weight. Now, the benefits, of course, of the DC rest pause training is you hit failure multiple times within a very short period of time, so you can maximize the growth triggering processes. You don't need endless junk volume. You don't need endless sets. You don't need endless reps per set. You need to focus on hitting failure or close to failure on everything that you do. If you could do that multiple times in a shorter period of time, you'll actually get more out of less. Of course, we say here in the community, do less better, and you'll get more results faster. But that'll be the one and only work set. From there, I moved on to standing dumbbell lateral raises. Basic raises, no fancy stuff. However, I did do heavy weights. So in order to move from a press to a lateral, I need to do a handful of acclimation sets to make sure that my body is dialed in for the work ahead. Looking for ways to make your work weight, your warm-ups, will eventually be the way that you want to move forward in your bodybuilding experience. You'll notice that lateral raises involve the whole body. Why people try to isolate just that side delt is beyond me when the entire body is involved when it comes to a standing position. There's stabilizing, there's natural body mechanics, there's nature involved in terms of how you should move safely so that you're not stressing joints in a unusually negative way. And then, of course, pushing the limit on the weights to get the most out of your engagement. So the first round that I did was at 40 pounds, anywhere from 5 to 8 reps is a target. Again, it's not a failure focused set. I moved up to 60 pounds, grabbed a few more reps. I want to keep it strict, but also maintain a good balance between textbook form and moving with nature or your natural biomechanics. Then we're moving into the work sets here. The key with heavy laterals without damaging your joints is to make sure that we're emphasizing the negative and allowing the body to execute the concentric portion of the move in a way that is safe but also beneficial. So you'll notice that there's a stress happening on the way up, but I'm not so focused on the positive portion of the move. The negative is where I'm getting the most benefit out of it. Not only do I get the strength benefit, the hypertrophy benefit, but I'm also bulletproofing the joints in the long term. Now that we're working into the heavier weight, I've lowered the reps. Again, the focus is on the negative, a negative emphasized rep, maintaining as good a form as naturally possible. It does not have to be strict. Some might call this a cheat lateral. However, I call this heavy laterals to condition the muscle, condition the joints, and grow new tissue. You'll notice on my top set here, I ended at 100-pound laterals. After I hit the initial heavy reps, I followed it with some straight arm partials, but that's it. That was a simple, high intensity training shoulder workout, sticking with the basics as the basics always work the best. With that, we're going to close it out there. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more. I'd love to see some comments on what you guys like about shoulder day. Until next time, keep training, keep gaining, and I will see you on the next episode.